Because you're too weak to challenge me any other way. Tiny mini-skirts!
You're listening to the Anime Surge Podcast, your home for all things anime.
Hello, comrade. Welcome back to Anime Surge Podcast, where we are number one podcast for everything anime. This is host Black Bunny Sigzion. Today, joining me are my co-hosts.
Oh, wait, is this an American podcast? Is this a Soviet podcast?
Do not ask questions.
We got commandeered by commies.
Mother bitch.
Hey, everybody, I'm Dota Chin. Welcome back.
What up, everybody? It's AJ. What's up?
Hey, all you wonderful fans and listeners. It's Trey13. Glad to be pleasing y'all again with our cultural.
Trey.
It's pleasure. We are a number one sex worker podcast. Trey's out here pleasuring us. Let's not, come on.
Somebody's got to give it up for the podcast. Oh, good.
Pleasurable for anybody.
Hello, all you wonderful listeners and fans of anime. It's Trey13 here, and we're glad to be back on the airwaves.
Very bad. Very bad.
Yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and kick this off then. As some of you may have noticed, we kind of haven't posted in the last, 3 weeks? 3 weeks?
Yeah, just about, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's been 3.5, 4 weeks. So basically, to fill you guys in real quick, there's this little thing going on in the world right now called COVID-19. And
Corona-chan.
Yeah, exactly. And so basically, a lot of us, just like many of you, have been sadly affected by it. Some of our admins have sadly lost family members in this epidemic. We have admins that are essential workers that are going to work every day and working long extra hours to fill in for the people that are not available to come in. Yeah, as you can no doubt understand, this takes a toll. So editing and podcasts have kind of had to be pushed aside a little bit. But we want you to know we're still here. You see the Facebook page. A lot of big changes have happened for Anime Surge. We've had a lot of updates, a lot of changes, and we got a lot of information coming out as we're trying to stay on top of the anime news as it comes out so we can get it to you. So please be patient with us. We're trying to put out content as quick as we can, and we appreciate it. We appreciate your support. You know, we've gotten plenty of messages from friends and other people that have stayed tuned to this podcast. We appreciate all your support. So without further ado, does anybody else have anything to say?
I swear we didn't do it. It wasn't us.
Yeah, exactly. We didn't do it. To really kick this off, we haven't been together in a while, so spring anime. Have you guys been keeping up with it?
The two animes
as
they've actually released, yes.
What the listing right now? Sword Art Online's been postponed. ReZero's been postponed. Romantic Comedy Snafu's been postponed. Demon Slayer, the movie's been postponed. Our podcast has been postponed.
This thing keeps taking things away from us.
It's very it's very anti-pleasurable, that's for sure.
Yes. Yes, very. So, I mean, well, for what we have gotten, first of all, Kaguya-sama Season 2, we did get that, thank God.
Wieners.
that has to be my favorite episode of that series, hands down. The Wiener episode.
He once was lost, but now he is found as he has started Kaguya-sama, and he has never looked back.
I'll tell you guys this: since a lot of the newer anime has gotten postponed, the bright side of this, I've been having time now to just catch up on the other anime that I've been meaning to get caught up on. So when all this does come by, I can just kind of hit the ground running with all of it.
So you mean Winter's anime?
The last bit of Winter anime that came out earlier this year. Inspectory, and I've been catching up with the Fate Zero series, especially the newer one. Just like, dotting the I's and crossing the T's out to some other animes.
You need to get around to watching ReZero's director cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting around to that one as well. I've also started like ReZero, starting life in another world.
So, basically, BB, what he's trying to say is because of the coronavirus, he's postponing watching the ReZero director's cut.
Oh, don't worry. I've been making great progress on my list. I'm just clicking it down. I'm like, okay, getting it done.
There's
nothing else to watch new, so you might as well watch some old shit.
Black Bunny, that's not quite true. I haven't seen, Crunchyroll is putting out some stuff, like the new season of Food Wars has now dropped. I think
did that not get postponed?
No, I don't think so, because there's some clips of it floating around on YouTube.
Oh, dude, I didn't even know that. I thought it got postponed.
Oh. As are, I think, some clips of this one called Dropkick My Devil.
Yep, I've heard about that one.
Yeah.
Oh, and something else that just completely went under the radar. I don't know if people realized it, but they rebooted the Digimon series.
Yeah, I did see that. I did see some episodes for that.
Like, they just completely behind under everybody's nose, just rebooted the first season of Digimon now. And I found out about that like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. Y'all don't understand, man. I'm a Digimon fanboy. I had lost my mind when I saw this.
Oh, dude, all of us here grew up with Digimon. We know how great it is, how influential it was.
I still preferred Pokemon, but that's just me.
Hey, nothing against that.
I love both. I just prefer, and that's just me. But you know what? I think Digimon's starting to edge a little bit ahead for me because the characters actually grew up in the most recent movie.
That's true.
I mean, it's just always it's a more serialized story. More direction in terms of a main story.
Yeah.
And with Dota-chin's opinion, all I have to say is, Dota-chin, knock knock.
Who's there?
KGB. Your opinion wrong.
Oh no.
Scott.
See, now I have to look out the front of the house and make sure that, trucks of like KGB and Russian soldiers aren't like rounding us up in the middle of the night. Or am I wrong?
What are you doing? What are you doing? All I said is I like Pokemon over Digimon.
Shit. I still, for the life of me, I need to find that. I saw the manga in Japan. It's got Stalin and Hitler on the front, and
You were supposed to pick that up. Why did you not buy that?
Well, I don't know how to tell you this, but there's this thing going on out in the world called coronavirus, so I haven't gotten a chance to go out.
It's so bad.
You were already out.
Well, you could be sitting there. Why didn't you?
Should have bought it.
There is good.
You should have immediately bought the Hitler manga the second that you had it in your hand.
Well, see, that's great, except I can't read kanji.
It's okay because you just look at the pictures and pretend.
See, that's the key right there. See, you know what? The end all be all. That's the fourth option that nobody realizes. Some say English dub, some say English sub, some say fuck it, learn Japanese, and then you're above everybody else. But I say the most sophisticated thing to do is just mentally add in your own wording.
In the words of SpongeBob, use your imagination.
I got a pretty dark imagination, so that's gonna be pretty good for some of these darker series, like the one I just watched, Glenpier. I don't know how to pronounce it, but for some reason the main character magically turns into a giant animal suit.
Glade Near.
That's it, Glade Near.
I know, it sounds like some kind of like new, like recent God of War kind of Nordic kind of incantation or something.
Oh, interesting.
I've done 2 episodes of this, and literally, like yesterday, sat there and was watching it. And all of a sudden, the main girl, who's just freaking sociopath, looks at him and goes, "Hey, you have a zipper in the back. Okay, where's this going?" And she goes and unzips it, and I'm like, "Okay, this is it's all sticky and meaty. What is it? Oh, she's climbing inside of him like he's a
Oh, Lord.
like he's some type of costume." And then she uses her fighting expertise to make his body move specific ways. So he's the brain, she's the physical, and so she's literally a Gundam pilot in a meat Gundam.
That sounds
God.
like, dude, that sounds like some kind of like 4chan kind of craziness.
I know, and you know what the problem?
Ooh.
You're in a meat suit. But the problem is, and this is what kills me too, is I know that I'm going to go and watch episode 3.
It's like I'm disturbed, but I'm intrigued.
Right?
It's like that Johnny Bravo quote, "I'm sickened, but curious."
Like, exactly. Oh.
Now, one other thing, BB, you actually followed Tower of God, right, in the manga format?
Yeah.
Is it really as good as people tell me it is?
Yeah, but the anime, there's so much content. Like the anime is never going to be able to cover that unless it gets multiple seasons. It's one of those ones that takes a while for the main character to build up because Bam is kind of useless for a while.
Yeah, I noticed.
But you get a bunch.
Episode.
I can't remember any of the names of anybody, so I'm just gonna call them what they are. But like Bam, and then the blue-haired, pretty one, and then the giant lizard guy. Like they make a great team.
Okay. Yeah, I believe it. It was definitely an interesting first 2 episodes. So I think it had a pretty interesting, strong start. You can really see the Korean influence on it. You can clearly tell this was written by South Koreans.
That
Like,
style and that aesthetic.
yeah. Well, the names alone, they're definitely not Japanese names. So it's interesting. And if you haven't watched it yet, the animation style, it's interesting. It's like it's not bright colors. It's definitely hard outer lines in the drawing. Like it almost looks like colored manga drawings just moving, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, because I saw some people online that were kind of like turned off by the style of it, but I don't have a problem with it. Most styles I can kind of like deal with. Like most things don't kind of like turn me off to it. I'm pretty, I looked at it and I was just like, I can do this. This works.
You know what's a style I can't do? We've talked about this before. That like CGI anime.
We talking like Berserk.
It depends on who's doing the CGI and how well it's actually done.
I mean, I gotta be honest with you. Like I've gotten, because and if you've ever watched any type of like Love Live or any type of idol anime, like every time they're singing and dancing, it always jumps from the regular animation to CGI, and like it sometimes it flows really well, and you're just like, oh, this is cool, and other times you're like, oh god.
What happened here?
Right?
And that's basically how I feel about Sakura Wars, which is another new series that just came out for spring.
Oh yeah, I can name one example that comes to mind immediately where the CGI anime just works well with the flow of it. Demon Slayer didn't do a whole lot of it, but some of it, I mean, maybe you couldn't tell because they did the characters kind of far away, but it didn't take away from it at all. It actually flowed quite well.
Yeah, well, another one is at the end of one of the episodes of Kaguya-sama where Fujiwara does her singing and dance.
Oh, yeah, her dance.
Yeah, that's actually CGI, but it's so, like, well done, you can't see. It's hard to tell.
You sure that's CGI? Because I saw the pictures of that being drawn.
I heard it was CGI. I could be mistaken, though. I mean, if that was actually hand drawn, kudos to them because that was
pretty sure that was hand drawn because I saw a thumbnail or a GIF of them drawing out that the animation, and it doesn't look like it's CGI'd. Like you could tell with the Love Live dances, that's CGI'd, but
Oh yeah.
I think they
Well,
drew that one.
there's some CG. Like I said, there's a few CGIs that are really well done, but the one with Fujiwara might actually be hand drawn. I mean, I'd be really surprised if it was, because nobody ever takes the time to hand draw dances like that. It's really difficult. That's probably why they CGI everything.
I'll tell you this: there is
No,
one
it's
anime-
hold on. Yeah, no, it's hand drawn. I just looked it up.
Oh, that's cool.
Dang.
They put it in the Blu-ray and DVD Volume 1.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I'm gonna have to get that and add that to my collection.
There's also one other anime that I kind of caught wind of that I really want to get into. Just off of the premise alone, it's an anime that's called Listeners.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
it's like it's an anime that's set in a world where the concept of music ceases to exist.
Oh,
And,
Wow, that actually
yeah.
sounds like a pretty good premise.
Yeah, and boy meets this encounters this girl who possesses an audio input jack in her body. She's like a cyborg, and they just start to go into this journey, and as an avid music lover, you know, just to deal with an anime world that just kind of like, you know, discovering music and discovering the different sounds and all, that's kind of intriguing to me. I was like, that's something that I'm definitely going to take time to invest.
Coming to a TV near you, anime Footloose.
I'm looking at some screenshot, at least like how some of the characters look. It kind of looks like it looks like similar animation style to Eureka 7, if you ever saw that one. Or a little
Haruka.
Dead Man Wonderland.
Yeah.
Just a little bit though.
I love the original series. The manga of Eureka 7 is way sadder than the anime, and then they just went and fucked the movies. So, like, still kind of mad at them for that.
You have better things to say about Haruka 7 than I do.
You guys actually have more to say about Eureka 7 than I do.
So, all in all, though, coming back to this season, I think, despite all the postponements, I'm really happy with some of the stuff that's coming out and if any of you were excited about seeing the stuff that got all postponed to July, like ReZero and Sword Art Online and a bunch of other shit, yeah, that might get postponed again.
Damn.
And the hits keep coming.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna.
Yeah, well, we're currently in the middle of some asshole's Plague Inc. game, so like I think we might be screwed.
Yeah, basically, yeah. This is, yeah. So, I mean, all in all, it's basically what I've gotten from this conversation. Coronavirus bad, some of spring anime good. It still haven't caught up on One Piece, despite
So much free time and no One Piece. Yeah.
Don't watch all the filler, man. A bunch of that filler is completely irrelevant.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I do nothing but just keep up with One Piece in manga form. I don't even watch them anime like that. I'll watch
I can't. The only anime form of One Piece I'll ever watch is the movies because I cannot stand the fucking show. I hate the show so much.
I can't do the show like that anymore. After like years of just doing nothing but the manga, I was just like, yeah. I tried to go back and watch the show, and I was just like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
See,
I'd rather read this.
One Piece has that syndrome of it's been around so long, and the music fits. Maybe back then in the old style, but the music is so horrible compared to what's going on in the One Piece anime. And the same with Dragon Ball Z. Like, you get these badass transformations, and you just get these little, like, wind chimes and tiny little, like, drum beats. And it's like, this isn't cool at all. That's why Bruce Faulkner came in and fucking made Dragon Ball Z what it was by giving us Vegeta Super Saiyan theme.
Yep. But like, let's be honest. Like, I consider One Piece, in my personal opinion, to be a top 5 anime. But let me make this very clear: and One Piece has never had good music. Like, I just never liked the music of One Piece.
It really has.
I've never been a fan of the One Piece music. I just never have.
jeez.
I was like, just keep it in the story, guys. Just keep it in the story. This is not where you're strong at. Like what else? Like I said, but I like the first episode of the. I don't know if you guys watched it, The Millionaire Detective.
I haven't yet. It's on my list.
It's good. It's good. I like that too. Anything that has, like I said, a mystery to it, I'm on it. Been doing that. I saw that for that first episode. That has some potential right there on there.
Yeah. Well, one other thing, because I think we've kind of like hit all the anime that actually did come out for the spring. I'd be out of line if I did throw this out there real quick. But that season finale of My Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah. That was
amazing. And by the way, speaking of that ending, with everything that's kind of like with Endeavor kind of be put in a different spotlight, it kind of corresponds perfectly with what the current manga chat, because I'm keeping up with the manga of My Hero, and I promise you, it's just going to get more hardcore for Endeavor as the story keeps going forward, especially if a rumor that is true is going to happen in that manga.
Oh, you mean Dobby?
Yep, the one involving Dobby. Because if the rumor is true, and Dobby is the missing child of Endeavor, I promise you that story's going to get so much better.
Pharmacies are probably going to run out of eye drops.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me, they could be eye drops. Dobby's not here for the sympathy.
Speaking of needing eye drops, I'm going to need each and every one of you to catch up on the Demon Slayer manga.
Yeah.
But I want to watch it. I love that. I love the anime of Demon Slayer. And I've just been kind of like,
because y'all, like, the anime onlys, like, they don't know the true pain and suffering that is waiting for them on the other side of this fence. They got stuff they had to
I've been hearing things.
I've been hearing things too. And I'm just
whatever you hear is absolutely correct. It's worse than you can imagine.
It's worse.
It's not bueno.
Oh no.
Speaking of current mangas too, real quick, with people dying, has Attack on Titan wrapped yet?
It's close. It's really close, and it's really hard to explain to someone that has seen only the anime exactly what happens after the anime.
I know. Trust me, I've tried. I'm up to date. I think I'm 2 chapters behind right now because I went to Japan and all that other stuff. I had more important things to do.
I couldn't explain everything in one sentence. I need several paragraphs to explain what happened.
So basically, all I did was when I explain it, I literally go, okay, so at the end of what you've seen in the anime, Nazis. And then I don't say anything else. That's the closest you're going to get to actually explaining it. Nazis.
Oh, and I decided to do something else. And speaking of, like I said, also people dying, I decided to catch up on Berserk because I knew the show.
Why?
Because I love it, and I'm a glutton for punishment. That's why.
You can catch up on it now, but it's still going to be another 25 years until they get to the Dark Continent. So it's not like it makes much of a difference because it comes out once every 3 years.
I watched it. Have you guys seen, y'all are aware of the story, what happens in there, right?
More or less.
Somewhat.
More or less. Okay, but either way, y'all know what Griffin did, right? Griffin did.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, cool. Then you know exactly. Okay. The chapter, right, I caught up with it in the last chapter. Guts and his friends finally find a way to get Casca's psyche back together after the events of the eclipse. If you know, you know. And
about 25 years, but okay.
Yeah, and literally, she finally gets her psyche back. She meets Gut face to face at the end of the chapter, and just as it ends, it's like going back on hiatus. Really, people? Really? Really?
Yep.
It's already been 20 years. You're gonna make me wait some more for this?
Shouldn't have done it, Joe. Just like Hunter x Hunter, you never get into it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm looking at my phone for 5 straight minutes. Why do you keep doing this to me?
Coming from the man who proclaims he is a glutton for punishment.
Yes. because it doesn't make me
keeps
feel
coming
happy.
back.
It just keeps coming back. Dota told me to get into is it wrong to pick up gals in a dungeon?
Yes.
I absolutely love that anime. I love everything about it.
Oh hell yeah, man! That's a good one.
Way
Dota
be
Chin
tardy for the party.
and he was like, Aaron, this is like the one anime. He's like, Aaron, you've caught up with a lot of anime. This is the one you need to do, AJ. And I was just like, okay. So I started watching it, and I was just like, oh crap, here we go. This is bingeable here. So I've just binged like the last two seasons.
Yeah.
And that has been so fun to just get into that one. I've just absolutely enjoyed that.
Now, have you binged the first and second season of Danmachi?
Yes.
He said all three of them.
Oh,
Yeah.
all three seasons?
There's only two.
Two, my bad. I didn't mean to say three. Two, my apologies.
Yeah.
I've been both of them like that, and I have no regrets. I have no regrets.
Yeah, I
about that.
personally really enjoy it. It's a really great series.
Yeah, because I was just like, at first I was thinking to myself, because like it's like I saw like trailers for it and all that kind of stuff, and I was just like, it didn't really like hook me in. But once I kind of got to like episode 3 or 4 of the first season, I was like, okay, this is definitely good. This is.
I think the highlight of the second season was him going into the red light district. That shit was funny.
And he runs into Hermes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Here, take this as a little gift to tell you I'm not here, bro. I give him an aphrodisiac.
That poor boy almost got fucked.
And then he tracks all these red light district girls, and they all recognize him as being the fastest to level up. Ooh, but they're a bunch of women who are actually excited about a man who's fast at anything. Yeah.
It just all around is really a great series.
Yeah, a great character-driven show.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Indeed.
It's just a shame JC staff is doing it because it could have so much better.
What have they determined season 3 yet?
Well, they already announced it.
Did
while
they
ago.
announce? I thought I had heard something about it, but I wasn't 100% sure on that.
Season 3 is when the shit starts hitting the fan.
Oh.
Really? Of course, there's some normal mainstays on manga too as well. I mean, on anime, like for example, if you haven't caught up with Black Clover and you just want to watch the anime, by all means, continue on with that. They're starting to hit onto their new arc after the whole elf invasion.
I'm gonna just stick to reading the manga.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm reading the manga. I'm reading the manga and watching it on Toonami. Toonami's I think Toonami might be getting close to the climax of the elf arc.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
See, the only thing, the problem with Black Clover is it suffers from the Naruto Shippuden pain fight syndrome.
Yeah.
The animation gets all spy versus spy when action starts, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
I see what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
I was huge into Black Clover. It's not a bad series, but I got to a point where all of a sudden, next thing you know, I'm just like, this is almost too shonen for me now. And
Yeah, I can see what you're saying.
like I had to like sit down and like stop for a minute. Now I have like 25, 30 episodes to catch up on, so it's going to be worth binging. But I seem to find that I can't, now that I've like expanded on how much anime I watch and I've seen all different varieties of shit, it's hard for me to sit down and go through the the weekly shonen episode of literally everything I saw in One Piece, Naruto, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, over and over and over again,
That makes sense. I will give you this. I always said that with Black Clover, what I love about it more than anything, what keeps it interesting despite the story, I think Black Clover is one of the better character-driven shonens that has come out in a long time. I just love all the characters. They're all unique in their own interesting way. And their abilities, the personalities, and things like that. And I love a good character-driven show because when you have a show that has a good story, but the characters are kind of
Ooh.
kind of like
All right,
it's off.
Hold on real quick. I just wanted to throw this out there real fast. Funimation just announced that they're going to be streaming Rascal Does Not Dream of a Dreaming Girl on Funimation this upcoming weekend.
That movie was a lot of feels.
Yeah, you saw it?
Oh yeah, I saw it in theaters when it came here.
Oh, jeez. I see. It didn't come out in theaters down here.
I never got a chance to see it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh well.
I need you to check the Facebook group chat, Dogechain, for the most funny mobile advertisement ever.
Look past to become a legend. What? Okay.
Funny and mobile.
Okay.
Oh.
Why is Wing Zero walking the dog?
Oh, what the hell?
because he's a good boy.
I mean, clearly a good boy, but like he's just walking a dog.
Oh man.
He's like, I've saved the world. I can now just sit back and walk my dog.
God. That is rather funny. That is pretty funny. Oh my god. And that reminds me, I gotta wrap up Origins Advent of the Red Comet.
Mm.
I only got 2 episodes left.
You haven't watched the whole thing yet?
Well, I haven't finished it. I'm on the last 2 episodes.
Dang, dude. I finished that like a while ago.
Oh, I know. I'm sure you did, and I can easily finish it tonight. If I don't suddenly gravitate toward watching this other anime I just started, which is another Shonen Jump title.
Mm.
It's called World Trigger.
I've heard of that.
I've heard about that.
You're super late on that. That's been out for years.
Yeah. Well, I bring that up because I came across article that Dragon Ball's about anime or director for who was it? I can't quite place what he is, but I know he's with the animation studio. He was an animation director with Dragon Ball Super. And he's going to be heading the animation for the new season of World Trigger.
Mm.
Yeah. Let's see. It said Daisuke Ashihara. Or no, wait. I'm sorry. That's the mangaka. But updated staff members. Morio Hatano, who will be taking over series director's duty for. Yeah, he's credited with the Future Trunks saga from Dragon Ball Super.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I'm still mad about the blue hair.
yeah.
The blue hair. Oh my god! I swear to you not. How do you? I have such conflicted feelings about Trunks now, where he is, and all that, and Goten. Like, I remember being a kid, and when those 2 characters first got brought up, it was like,
Right?
oh, their potential's so good, and now they're just fusion plot.
Hey, first of all, they still are at least mildly useful. At least you're not a Gohan fan. Because Gohan went from being there, doing a little bit in the Frieza saga, and then, big main part of the Cell saga, did absolutely nothing but get his ass whooped by Boo, and then he just kept degrading after that, and then eventually Frieza just one-hit him in his dad tracksuit. And
Don't mind me.
Useless.
It's just like, the bad thing about Gohan. Gohan is the epitome of potential. Oh, his potential. It's been 25 years. If you use that word one more time, I swear to God.
Unfortunately, meeting Videl really put him in the hole because the good pussy makes you useless.
You a stay-at-home dad now, boy.
Okay.
Do you have any closing remarks there, BB?
That's pretty much it for today. Today was kind of like a relaxed fed episode, and we'll get back to more serious stuff next week. With everything going on in the world currently on fire, we kind of got caught up in it. Like Dodichin said earlier, a couple of us are essential workers getting fucked by the man, and haven't had too much extra energy to focus on this. So hopefully, the Ninja AIDS will eventually be dealt with, and we can get back to our regular scheduling. But next week we'll try to make a full episode. Yeah, everybody on there this time. But like usual, just go, check out the Anime Search Facebook. Give us a like and follow if you haven't already. Keep commenting, posting, liking stuff, and growing the community. Yep, that's pretty much it.
All right. Yeah, I think that pretty much covers it for me. Stay safe, everybody. Once again, keep following the page, and we'll keep putting out content. So thanks for taking the time to listen.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Trey,
indeed.
would you pleasure us again?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure you've all heard this maybe a million times, but here's 1,000,001 times. We're all in this together. But Anime Surge will be here for you if you just want some escape from this reality that we're all combating. We'll be here for you.
Or you could just, watch anime.
And read manga.
What are you even doing here? Go watch anime.
And remember, in Russia, anime watched you.
Damn it, Stalin!
Hey everybody, Dodichin here from the Anime Search cast. Thank you so much for listening this week. If you enjoyed the episode, share it with your friends, and make sure to like and subscribe to be notified when new episodes are posted. And check us out on Facebook for all your anime news and updates at www.facebook.com/theanimesurge. Once again, thank you, and we'll catch you next week.